The Veteran Crisis Line is juggling several chats at once and facing harassment from non-veterans. New research links burn pit exposure to these conditions. VA Secretary Doug Collins visit healthcare facilities and more.
With the person.
Just out here today down at the border.
If you look back in history, when we're
a powerful force.
We have helped put almost $2 billion in veterans' pockets, and it never seems to be enough.
Welcome back, veterans, to another episode of VETCOM News, your go-to source for veteran news, current events, and all the incredible work that's happening right here in the VETCOM community. I'm Rachel Hernandez. I'm the manager of communications here at VETCOM, and as always, we've got a lot in store, so let's get right into it. Okay, so this first issue that I'm bringing to your attention today is important to us here at VETCOM, not only for the obvious reasons, but because our team regularly speaks to veterans who are facing a crisis and are contemplating suicide. So this kind of stuff really matters to us on a personal level here. So what I have for you is this headline from the Federal News Network. VA Crisis Line employees juggling multiple texts and chats from veterans. And the article goes about how you expect it to. Crisis Line employees are stretched thin, responding to veterans in need. But to make matters worse, employees report being harassed and bullied by callers who aren't even suicidal and who aren't even veterans. Let's get into it. This is in the news this week because, as the media outlet reports, a former Crisis Line responder told the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs that Crisis Line employees are often juggling up to 4 text and web chats at one time. She warns that employees are having to divide their attention and that something, quote, could very well go through the gap. Now, according to Brad Combs, who's the former Crisis Line lead auditor, the standard is that employees are focused on just one veteran in crisis at one time. And since that 988 number was launched, the line has seen a 44% increase in contacts. So going back to the harassment thing, the employee who brought this to the committee's attention also claims that staffers are facing racial, misogynistic, abusive, and sexually inappropriate comments from callers who aren't facing a crisis and sometimes from people who aren't even veterans. Apparently, there was a team that helped employees handle these kind of callers, but that work was halted because it fell under the DEI program that President Donald Trump prohibited in a January 20th executive order. Now, according to the Federal News Network, a veterans health leader said the Crisis Line has implemented a new technology that notifies supervisors when chats have been abandoned, so that way they can be reassigned to another employee. And additionally, he said the Crisis Line has gotten 187 more responders so far this fiscal year. Of course, that full article is going to be linked down below for your own reading. All right, now in other VA news, Secretary Doug Collins recently visited the Rocky Mountain Regional VA Medical Center in Aurora, Colorado to meet with veterans and to tour the facility. He said his goal is to reduce the policies and barriers in place that prevent VA healthcare leaders from caring for veterans. This location in Colorado is one of about a dozen facilities he's toured across the country since he was appointed in January. Here's a little bit more on that.
The next step for us is now moving forward is getting the system where it's actually functioning the way that I know it can. I want to remove it to where there are barriers that they just come to work and get to do their job, that they get to come in and that they're not straddled by things that we put in their way that frankly don't need to be there, policies and regulations that have built up over time.
All right, now this next one is going to be probably particularly meaningful for some of you watching. We already know about the connection between war, burn pit smoke, and respiratory illnesses. But according to the Military Times, new research is showing that this exposure may also increase the risk of mental health and brain trauma issues. So this comes from a new medical study between the National Institutes of Health, the DoD, and VA. That's going to be published later this month. The departments looked at the health records of about 500,000 troops who deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan from 2001 to 2011. The study indicates that there are higher rates of depression, mood disorders, intracranial injuries, and traumatic brain damage among those stationed near the burn pits. The longer veterans spent around the burn pit smoke, the more likely they are to face injury, the study's showing. One of the authors of the study told the Military Times that the research doesn't prove that the toxic smoke caused brain injuries and mental illness, and that's primarily because the military didn't document what chemicals exactly were in the smoke. But regardless, he said the study opens the door to new questions about burn pit exposure. That study is going to be posted soon in the Journal of Occupational and Environmental Medicine. And of course, that article is linked down below. Okay, let me flex a little bit about how many veterans we helped in June. We helped almost 200 of our clients get a VA disability rating. 21 of them received the highest possible rating of 100%. Another 172 received the rating anywhere from 10 to 90. We're proud to have helped even one veteran get rated, but having helped nearly 200 just last month is so rewarding for us here at VETCOM. That's more than $108 million in lifetime compensation that we helped these clients receive. These are real people getting real life-changing results. And one veteran who we helped get to 100% was so thankful for that he threw us a pizza party. Take a look at this.
And he was skeptical, as veterans are, and some of our veterans can be prickly, and they're like, you need to get it done, right? And that's this guy right here. So I helped make the first claim. Angel made the second claim. Elizabeth made the claim that got him to 100. And here he is blessing us with pizza. But really, even though he's feeling blessed, I feel blessed that we get to do this for people, that we get to real human beings, we help real veterans.
I just want to thank everybody for what you guys do here to help all the veterans. There's 3 people here to help me, obviously, so I'm sided with them. But each and every one of you are out there helping veterans.
With this new rating, Bill also got to go on quite a nice vacation to Hawaii. That full video is on our channel right now. If the numbers I just told you about aren't enough to convince you to work with us, let me give you a few other reasons why you probably should. We offer step-by-step claim assistance, multiple rounds of filing if needed, exam prep to help you get the highest possible rating, direct access to our claim specialists, ongoing support with any VA-related questions and concerns, and more. And guess what? We charge just a one-time upfront fee, and we take 0 back pay or award. You're going to keep every cent you get from the VA. And the entire VETCOM team is right here in the United States. And many of us are veterans ourselves. Stop waiting and start rating. Last year alone, we helped more than 10,000 veterans receive more than $2 billion with a B dollars in lifetime VA compensation. Now it's your turn. Visit vetcom.us right now to get started. And one more thing, we offer completely free claim reviews. You served your country, now let VETCOM serve you. And listen up if you have questions about VA disability claims. VETCOM CEO Kate Monroe herself is going live every Thursday at 3:30 Pacific time on all VETCOM US social media platforms to answer your questions about VA disability claims. Remember, this is completely free, so don't miss this opportunity to ask Kate your questions directly. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. VETCOM News drops every Thursday, and we post a ton of other great informational content right here on this channel. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm Rachel Hernandez. This has been VETCOM News. We'll see you next time.